Alright, so my name is Aakif Siddiqui. I'll be doing the BeEF exploitation framework part of our cross-site scripting lab. So I used a program called Mutillidae, or rather a web application, which is a deliberately vulnerable web application in order for people to test out vulnerabilities and that sort of thing on it. So we're gonna go ahead and start that up. Localhost. Alright, so here you can see there's a bunch of things. So we're gonna do some of the cross-site scripting examples. These are just web pages that are deliberately vulnerable. So as you can see, this is somewhere where we could probably insert a script. Alright, so right now this web page has this one bar where we could enter any DNS just to look up. It's just an example, so I'm going to put google.com, and you can see the DNS. It looks up the DNS of it. Also, you could do anything, so like www.facebook.com. So basically, you can find the DNS results of it. So the size of this is not big enough to enter a script right now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna edit that page on the client side, so we're able to insert a script into it. So I'm gonna go to inspect element and go ahead and edit that page. It's HTML. Alright, so right here I think I found the this box, and in there we're going to try to edit this specifically to see if there's a limit on it that we can change. So yeah, we see right here it says size 20. I'm going to change it to 100. Okay, so now we have a lot more room to insert our script, our malicious script into. Alright, so what we're going to do over here is that we're going to insert a script source into here. So what we're doing is we're basically indicating the IP address of the current machine I'm running here. So as you can see, that is my IP address, right? So we put that in, and then we also put what port we're on. So we're going to use this port to do the exploitation, and we're using this JavaScript code. So it's called hook.js. This is the exploitation, basically the framework of the exploitation that we're using. So this is an already made exploitation. We can take a look at that. So here we can see if we do hook.js, we can see all the code. So this is the BeEF exploitation framework code. So this is a lot of JavaScript. So yeah, you can take a look at this. So we're going to be using that. So what we're going to do is we're going to insert this script source into it, and we're going to press lookup DNS. And as you can see here, there's not going to be any results. But what this is going to do is we're going to inject this into here. So now if we boot up or start up our BeEF exploitation framework, so as you can see here, here's our BeEF framework. So we're just going to log in here. BeEF 1 2 3 4. So here we can see that now we've got one entry in local host. So that's basically the host of the computer I'm on right now, and you can see that computer is online over here. So I have it here in offline as well because I did earlier, but so here starts the fun part. Basically, what we can do is we can select this, and we can go to we can see here over here that it says it's even reporting the browser name. It's telling me we're on Mozilla Firefox and we're on Linux, and we can see um, all sorts of information about it. It's even telling me it's a virtual machine. It's running Linux. So basically what you're doing also is banner grabbing by doing that, but we can do a lot of fun stuff with this. So we're going to go to commands. Alright, so over here in commands, we can see all these different types of things we can do. But for the purposes of this video, we're just gonna do a few of them. So one of them I wanted to cover was just doing a Google phishing attack. So what happens is that you send this out, you execute this page, and it's gonna look exactly like a Google page. So you change to a Google page, and the user's gonna be like, oh, I need to sign into Google. So he's gonna be like, he's gonna make some. Well, I'm just gonna make something up right now, but he's gonna go ahead and enter their password. So I'm gonna do password, right? So I'm gonna sign in, and it's gonna go ahead. So we're gonna go back to our control panel over here, and as you can see, we entered some data here, and it can see the resultant data. So basically we have stolen the password and the username Aakif, password. So that's one thing we can do with it. Another thing we can do is petty theft. So what we're going to do here is we can set up any type of login information to steal from. So we're just going to do Facebook for now. You can even select the backing and that sort of thing, and we're just going to execute it. So once we execute it, we're gonna go back to this page, the Mutillidae page, and as you can see over here, we get a message saying, oh, our Facebook session is timed out. So I'm just gonna go ahead and log in again, and I'm gonna just write my password. So I'm gonna log in, and if I go back over here, I can see that the password Aakif, or not the password, but the username Aakif, and the password CYSE 330 is shown. So there's many different things we can do with this, but I just wanted to showcase a few of them. Some other ones we can do is we can go ahead and fake a notification bar. So I can make this basically say anything. This website is running applet Java or whatever, so basically it's going to tell you to update or that sort of thing. So you go over here and you see this website wants to have this. So basically if I click this, it's going to be a malicious type thing. So you can see in command 1 over here that our notification has been displayed and notification has been clicked. So basically you can spread malinformation and that sort of thing. You can also add things to be downloaded when you do that. So another example of that is doing the fake flash update. So if we're gonna execute that, see it's just running on here, so it's already got some stuff set up. So if you execute that, we go back to our Mutillidae page, and you can see, we've probably seen a million Ds always coming up. So if we install this, we can see that it's trying to download something over here. So we're gonna go ahead and open that and see what it does. So we've got this zip file, and it says BeEF master. So it's basically downloaded a bunch of you know, we can download anything, but it's just downloaded some BeEF stuff. But you could, you know, basically what this means is that you can make the user download any type of malicious software and that sort of thing, just because we have entered the browser through this this one bar where we could enter information into. We've put a script in there and basically taken over the whole entire browser. So over here, when we did the software update thing, here you can see there's a URL for this BeEF master thing that got downloaded, but you can put a URL for any you know, malicious thing. So basically you can deliver these type of things by tricking people into it. So this is all that type of stuff you can do by taking over a browser. So as you can see, this is a very powerful tool, and it can basically take over your whole entire browser and make it a compromised environment. So obviously I'm doing it locally over here and attacking myself on this this very vulnerable web application over here. But obviously you could attack different types or different systems altogether just by, you know, changing the IP address that we put in there. So in the script, in the injection that we put. So yeah, so obviously you can do a lot of different types of harm with this, and it's a very powerful tool, and it's very simple to use. There's a bit of a learning curve when downloading and trying to figure out how to work all the system and finding Mutillidae to work with it. Another one is called Damn Vulnerable Web Application, so that's another one that you could use, but I chose to use Mutillidae. So this has been my demonstration of some of the things in the BeEF exploitation framework, which we were able to use using cross-site scripting.
One is posting a malicious message. So on the screen right now, you are seeing me compiling my code for later use, and then I will be beginning the Apache server. The Apache server is the ELGG website that will be used. It's a vulnerable website similar to what Facebook was. And just inputting the password for it. Just waiting a minute. Okay, now here's the actual web page. So right now I'm logged in as Sammy, which is my malicious user. I'm inputting the code in the brief description. What the code will do is it will pop up an alert message, and the alert message right now has XSS in it. So whenever a user will view it, in this case it's Alice, whenever Alice goes to any page on the website, it will pop up with this alert message. This message can be changed to do anything. So you can have it like, be your computer is infected with a virus, please call this number. Begins with posting the cookie. So I'm modified the code from before, putting in the same description page, and what this will do is it will post the cookie. So similar from before, it posted an XXX message, but now it is posting a cookie on the screen. And this will be everyone, not just Sammy, but Alice or any other user who uses the website. Off of task 2. So when in task 2 we were posting a cookie, now we are going to steal it. So it's a simple add-on to the code from before in the same spot, but this time it's going to be stealing the cookie from a user. To do this, I'm using netcat on the port 1234. So when Alice goes into her profile and looks at a message, so now this is Alice. She goes in, looks at the members, she clicks on Sammy because, oh, it's a new person on the website. Her cookie data will be captured by the netcat port. scan. Everything that I just highlighted is the actual cookie itself, and it can also be seen in the Wireshark that the cookie was just captured as well. Task 4 is the culmination for this project, where I'm writing my own worm program. So this is the code that I ended up creating using JavaScript and Ajax. And this code itself will not be posted, but a description on where the code is posted in JavaScript is on the attacker's profile. So at this moment you can see that the attacker has no friends listed, and the user Alice also has no friends and nothing in her bio. But this will change. So when Alice goes to look at Sammy's profile, she doesn't even do anything, and it's already labeled as Sammy being her friend, and that her bio has changed. This is the execution of the worm program that I made, so that you can infect other users by using this code.
For the contribution, our lab was done in 2 parts. Me, Aakif Siddiqui, completed the BeEF exploitation framework part of our attack, and David Nicholson did the seed lab, the cross-site scripting seed lab part of our attack. Along with that, Attar, Singh helped do research as well as helped us do our respective exploits, and we all worked on the presentation and the paper together. It was a joint effort to do all of it.